Wolverines can smell prey 6 meters under the snow. They will excavate burrows and kill hibernating animals. Trekking through the ice and snow burns a lot of energy. This soldier's sensitive nasal gear allows her to sniff out prey as efficiently as possible without wasting a step. Whether her target is buried deep in the snow or laying far across the woods, she'll find it. That enables her to successfully complete her survival mission, even when prey is scarce. A wolverine can detect smells from farther than 3 kilometers away, thanks to the honeycomb-shaped structure in its nasal cavity. The organ picks up scent molecules in the air, and its shape maximizes its surface area. Unraveled, it would be almost the size of a dinner plate. This tracker has found a deer carcass. She'll gorge herself now, and then apply her Special Forces survival training tactics, which rely on her keen sense of smell. She'll bury the remains of the carcass for later, using the snow and ice as a natural refrigerator. Wolverines stash food this way throughout their territory so they can sniff it out when times get tough. Storage on ice reduces the chances of other animals finding their cache. Their strong jaws and teeth have no trouble gnawing through frozen flesh and bone. The Wolverine's specialized nasal gear has 30 times the surface area of a human's. That's something like the difference between a postage stamp and a large postcard. Their sensitive olfactory gear enables these special forces to harness nature's destructive power to their advantage. For these soldiers of misfortune, even an avalanche provides an opportunity as it buries everything in its path. Afterward, this Wolverine is one of the first responders, hungrily sniffing out and digging up a reindeer carcass before anyone else gets it. With her belly full and her treasure reburied for later, she returns to headquarters in her den. The Wolverine's special gear makes her the master of her frozen world. But on the other side of the planet, the rules of engagement are entirely different, and so is the gear. Instead of a desolate, snowy landscape, we have a warm, tropical sea brimming with life and battles for survival. Australia's Great Barrier Reef is home to over 300 species of mollusk, and one group stands out for its unique anatomy and enhanced sensory gear. The octopus. These universal soldiers are fully equipped for any situation, from hunting to hiding. These shape-shifting special forces wage guerrilla warfare on shrimp, crabs, and even lobsters. Equipped with 8 arms, 3 hearts, and not a bone in its body, he's arguably one of the planet's most unusual-looking warriors. But his strategy depends on seeing while not being seen. An octopus sees in 360 degrees, giving them a perfect overview of their surroundings. What they cannot see, they can sense by touch and even taste through the entire surface of their bodies. Despite their military-grade camouflage skills, most octopus are colorblind. Their optical gear is calibrated to read polarized light, which helps them hunt shimmering fish. The anatomy of octopus eyes is very similar to human eyes, as opposed to eyes of fish. But unlike ours, the eye of an octopus has no blind spot. This gives the octopus enough time to avoid danger, waiting in his bunker until the enemy leaves the battlefield. This shark has no luck today. His mission's been foiled by the sensitive early detection system of the octopus. Good vision is only part of the special gear for the octopus. He's the original armed forces. Those 8 flexible arms are outfitted with hundreds of suckers that help him move and grab things. More than suction cups, the discs can even cling tightly to rough surfaces. The octopus senses his environment with his entire body. The 8 arms carry an estimated 240 million receptors, which gather tactile and chemical information. Each 3-millimeter sucker is lined with tens of thousands of mechanical and chemical receptors in a single layer of cells. They can even taste things with their suckers. Being fully armed with sensory cells means that the octopus doesn't even have to see its prey. This red octopus simply reaches into a crevice in search of an easy meal. The Special Forces chemoreceptor gear helps the octopus navigate through her environment. She can detect slight changes in the water to find her bearings and detect prey. For simpler tastes like sweet, salty, and bitter, the receptors on octopus suckers might be 100 times more sensitive than our own taste buds. This blue-ringed octopus locked onto her target. Guided by chemoreceptors, she had the enemy within striking range. In true assassin fashion, the octopus snatches her meal, a perfect catch made by a perfectly geared marine predator. The specialized gear of the octopus makes her a strange and powerful force in her exotic world. An ocean away, a more recognizable troop of special forces practices maneuvers. In Africa, groups of amazing primates live and hunt and prosper, thanks to a truly gripping piece of gear. Meet the Savannah's Special Forces. Baboons. These tight-knit troops of up to 120 members keep in touch on many fronts. Even the youngest recruits instinctively master the special gear that sets primates apart, hands that grip. Not only do baboons have agile fingers, but also a fine sense of touch. They can perform delicate field operations almost as well as we can. Thanks to an intricate distribution of nerves and an important anatomical feature, the baboon's signature maneuver is what's called a precision grip. They engage the precision grip by pressing the thumb against the other fingers. Whenever you pick up a pen or catch a ball, you're using a precision grip. Baboon troops in the field rely on their precision grip for other duties. Baboons operate in a potential battlefield. Most of their neighbors are armed with sharp claws, so these little ones, the smallest of the baboon special forces, stay under their mother's guard. Their grip enables their mother to become a troop transport. The young ones just have to hang on tight to stay safe. A precision grip is also essential for creating camaraderie among the troops. In the form of social grooming, by carefully removing ticks and other parasites from each other, the baboons increase social bonds and reduce stress. Removing a tick only a few milliliters across demands more than just a good grip. It also requires a refined sense of touch. Besides their opposable thumbs, baboons have 4 main nerve groups in different layers of skin. Pacinian corpuscles respond to pressure and vibrations. Meissner's corpuscles detect low-frequency vibrations. Ruffini's endings are sensitive to stretch, and Merkel's discs respond to gentle touch and perceived shapes. Through this special gear, baboons can better experience and manipulate their world. But picking parasites is one thing. Grabbing a bite to eat is another. Time to infiltrate a fleet of flamingos. The trick is to move slowly and not arouse suspicion while behind enemy lines. When he finds a target in range, he strikes. With his strong grip, he grabs the flamingo, holding it so it can't fly away. A bite to the neck finishes the job. The baboon takes his trophy of war up to the riverbank. Only baboons and other higher primate special forces have the manual gear to take down prey with their bare hands, and that includes humans. This baboon's tactile skills have earned him a good dinner. He might not be able to use a knife and fork, but his dexterity allows him to pull off the best pieces of flamingo meat. A baboon's sense of touch is essential gear, but primates aren't the only special forces that depend on touch. We head now to Australia, where jungle warfare plays out every day. The forests of Queensland hide countless quiet battlefields, many of them lined with silk. These are the theaters of war for thousands of species of spiders. Spider silk might be the most specialized special gear in the animal world. 8 different kinds, depending on the spider, woven on demand for a variety of purposes. It's a home-building material. A line for rappelling to safety. A telegraph for communicating with a mate. A cocoon for raising offspring. All spiders spin silk, but not all build webs. Web-dwelling spiders don't see well. These special forces gather intel by reading the vibrations on their webs. Different frequencies distinguish between friend and food. This female St. Andrew's Cross web spider precisely engineers her snare. She employs a strategy that has served her kind well for millions of years. Once she finishes her trap, all she must do is wait. Staying perfectly still, she reads the slight vibrations like a secret code from every corner of her web. Her special gear is on her feet, structures that are specially attuned to decrypt various kinds of vibrations. There it is. The web transmits a signal. A smaller spider has wandered into her trap. He's unaware that he's tripped a landmine. A spider's feet are special gear. They never get stuck on their own web. She can move swiftly across the sticky strands and attack in a split seconds. After the cross spider immobilizes her prey with a bite, she wraps it with another type of silk to hold him until it's time to eat. As a spider plucks the web, it sends out ripples in every direction. 3 different kinds of sensors on its legs read the vibrations, so the spider can check the web's integrity. She can tell if the web is damaged or if she might have a visitor. If it's a visitor, she can tell if it's potential prey or a potential suitor. This funnel web spider doesn't build a web like the cross spider. He lines his den with individual strands that alert him to intruders at the entrance of his den. He's picked up the vibration of prey. A cricket. This Special Forces spider is among the most venomous in the world, even to humans. Among his special gear, a pincher that can supposedly pierce a person's toenail. That was a fine catch. Now, this male spider is on a different mission. Infiltrating a female's web, looking to mate. Approaching carefully, he does not want to endanger the treaty. By the nature of the vibrations, the female knows that he's not an enemy or prey. But apparently, she's not in the mood. Despite all the sensory advantages, the male is forced to retreat. Sometimes it takes more than special gear to fulfill a diplomatic mission. In this world, the competition never quits. Having the right gear provides more than a fighting chance for success. For optical gear, the chameleon is the champ. With his super keen vision and independently moving eyes, nothing gets past him. As long as he's patient, his battle plan can't fail. The serval isn't much different. Instead of gun turret eyes, she relies on her rotating radar dish ears, picking up sounds that others might miss. She also gets rewarded for her patience. While the chameleon and serval tune their gear to distant signals, the dugong gathers intelligence from close proximity. The whiskers on its face and body work like thousands of tiny antennae to find food and fellow submariners in the rippling water. The water also carries a secret code for the sperm whale, who uses clicks and sonar to rally the troops and find food. His head is like an enormous sonic transmitter receiver. The sperm whale relies on sound, while the Wolverine depends on smell. Her nasal gear picks up odor molecules even several meters under the snow, thanks to her specialized navel cavity, which maximizes surface area. The octopus may carry the most sophisticated gear of all. Besides its polarized vision, its whole body is an array of sensors for taste and touch. It's like an 8-armed chemistry field lab. Baboons don't need 8 arms when 2 opposable thumbs will do. The baboon's precision grip is both a tool and a weapon. And this gear is enhanced by sensitive nerves for ultimate control. Spiders are ultra-sensitive too, but their gear is in their legs. In their silken webs, they're attuned to the slightest vibration of friends and foes. These soldiers are on the front lines of the battle for survival, special forces with special gear and prepared to win.